step up. It was ever time to submit his next contract in the NBA with the Pistons, his big money contract. It's now. I mean, his internet troll game has been on point. You know, but his game ain't. You know, and I like what Bickerstaff started to do last game was get him going to the rim. He's now going to the rim, looking to, you know, and he's fantastic going to the rim. So the common theme in the NBA, and I just talked about my Laker and Timberwolves review, but the Lakers in 5, Stephen A, Lakers in 5, well, Minnesota in 5, right? But you know, I was talking about Anthony Edwards going 0 for 11. He did a lot of the small things. You check it on my Goodfellas TV channel. By the time you see this, it might not be up to like 1:30. But Anthony Edwards did a lot of the small things. Rebound, but going 0 from 11 from a three-pointer with that athletic ability, drive the fucking ball to the hole. I'm 0 for 3, 0 for 2, I'm going to the rack. I'm gonna dribble in and get me a little 2 or 3 points, a little 2-pointer or a little easy layup, but nonetheless, right? But you know, Malik Beasley started to go to her. He's excellent at the basket. You know, he finishes fantastic at the basket. He's a fantastic finisher. So I think Bickerstaff needs to parlay that. Bickerstaff needs to parlay that into getting him going to the basket. Get him going to the basket. You know, instead of taking that 3 early on, let's get him, you know, little 2-pointers, little E going to the bucket finishing. It ain't just like he a 3-and-D guy. This is a guy that can get in there and hit a floater, hit a layup, finish above the rim a little bit. So he gonna be a key to what they do today. And if he's gonna be a non-factor, then you're gonna need a performance from Asar Thompson. You're going to need another good performance from Tobias Harris. You're going to need another good performance from Tim Hardaway. In addition to, you know, Schroeder got to play well. But if Malik play well, that gives him some room for error. So you might not have to have, you know, Tobias go off or Tim go off. But if Malik is able to play it, maybe it's time to call an audible and start Malik Beasley. Maybe we should start him. Maybe they should start Malik Beasley and see if they can get him a rhythm early. You know, remember Jim Leland used to make some of these lineup moves, and people used to say he was crazy and he used to fucking work. So maybe it's time to get Malik Beasley going to the ball, starting, or at least get him in the game a little early. Let's get him going with a rhythm. Let's get him going downhill. How y'all doing it with Asar Thompson, where he just being aggressive, slashing? Let's get him in that corner, slashing, and then when he see the ball going a little bit, then the threes might start to drop. So if they gonna win this game tonight, Thursday, it's gonna have a lot to do with Malik Beasley. Now, apparently Jalen Brunson is gonna play if there's any concern about that. He is not on the injury list. He's going to play. The Knicks are not going to say we're going to wave the white flag in Game 6. And we just going to say Brunson for Game 7, because you got to think about it. This has been a physical, grueling series. This is a series that really you don't want if you're the Knicks. And you're going to play Boston next round, and Boston finished Orlando in 5. I hate this part of the world. They going to play Orlando in 5. This ain't the series you really want. This is not what you signed up for. You wanted to get rid of the Pistons in 5 games, get some rest before game 2, and other than that, you can have a slobber knocker. Every game has been physical. Every game has been close down to the wire. And you know, Thibodeau won't play the bench guy. People say, well, they don't have anybody. You paying them? Whether it's campaign, whether it's McBride, you better buy minutes somewhere. And then you got 4 really good players in your starting lineup scoring-wise. Carlton Towns, Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. You can't stagger nobody minutes. You can't say, you know what, I'm going to give Brunson a nice little rest. I'm going to let Mikal and Karl Anthony Towns carry us. Okay, let me rotate Mikal out of here and Karl Anthony Towns and let OG and Brunson carry us for a minute. You can't do that. I'm telling y'all, man, a lot of them coaches ain't too smart. They're not too smart. So, it doesn't matter for them. They're too beat up. They're too beat up to beat Boston. You stagger those minutes if you Tom Thibodeau. You stagger those minutes. You be like, all right, even if you want to keep Brunson out there with Mitchell Robinson and let Brunson work out for him and get those other guys involved. Even if you want to let Bridges and Hart go out there and just do their thing and let Bridges, you steal some minutes. What? You know, but our key for us tonight is Malik Beasley. When, nigga, are you going to show up? Since you got that shimmy, slavey, cider fucking deal, nigga, you ain't did shit. When is you going to show up? You showing up on Twitter? Or X? When you going to show up on the court? When is you going to show up? We waiting. And I think the adjustment I would make, I would probably move him to the bench. I would probably move him to the starting lineup. CJ, who you going to move out? That's a good question. I probably move Asar out of there for now. Not saying save him some fouls early on. You know what I'm saying? Say, I'll bring him off the bench and say, I'm going to go with a little bit more firepower. I'm going to go with Tim, K, Malik, Tobias, and Duran. And like I said before, it'd help if Duran did some Rudy Gobert shit. And he's been playing phenomenal, but if he can get a couple more assists and a couple more baskets, that would help a tremendous amount. That would help a tremendous amount. That's just my opinion on it. So, let me know what y'all girls and guys think. Check out the Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live, we drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.